Danny-padilla! He's on YouTube! Oh my god!
Holy shit, we got ourselves a part 2 video, baby! Not because I don't have any original ideas, it's just specifically because this seemed like a really good idea that a lot of people liked, and also I got a lot of suggestions for other people to go review. If you haven't seen the first one, go check it out somewhere, I don't know what the fuck. Also, before we get this video started, I wanted to also promote the video series I just put out. It's a 2-part video series where I went on a blind date with a really beautiful girl, her name's Bobby, and it was really gnarly because we actually blindfolded ourselves and tried to have an actual date as the first time we ever met, and we couldn't see the food, we couldn't see each other until the very end. There's 2 parts to it, you should definitely go check it out. I'm really proud of it, and it took a long time to edit, so reward me. So let's just dive right into it. Basically, I've been reviewing YouTubers, specifically because I don't think that people should necessarily blindly follow people that they think are cool, but instead kind of look at it from like a critical eye and ensure that these people are consistently creating decent content that you are positively affected by. With that being said, I wanted to start right off the bat with Jason, Nash, Trisha Paytas, because that was kind of a thing. Their breakup was a huge thing on the internet. They kept posting videos back and forth. Trisha was going off on social media, stuff like that. I'll start off by saying I don't really watch Trisha's videos a lot. I only really started watching her when she joined the vlog squad for like 2 seconds. So I don't really necessarily know much about her, although I do know from basically what I've seen from a lot of her fans and supporters, or okay, fans and supporters, is that she's not really a super reliable narrator. And what I mean by that is that she doesn't seem to be completely factual in what she says.
It wasn't that dramatic. Oh my god, it could have been so dramatic. We could have like elongated it and gone back and forth.
Sure.
Specifically, people like her ex-boyfriend Jason, or I guess current boyfriend Jason, they got back together, spoiler, seem to believe that she's really good at kind of manipulating things and using titles that are a little bit far-fetched.
The title was really shocking, but then the other part of me is like, well, she's great at titles. That's probably the best title that she could have ever come up with.
Anyway, I don't know much about Trisha, but this whole thing between Trisha and Jason has been a little bit rough. It's gotten to the point where it feels like you're like watching 2 high schoolers kind of go at it. They're definitely finding ways to monetize their breakup, which like I don't blame them, but also at the same time, it seems like they're really losing a lot of support from their followers. Jason in particular recently has had a lot of issues with his following. There have been some recent things after that that have not been great. Specifically in one of his videos with Trisha where they're reacting to people reacting to their breakup, he makes fun of a girl because her name's Jessica, which is a very common Hispanic name.
I'm Jessica, and you're watching the Daily Report.
Jessica.
What kind of name is that?
You know she changed that. You know the parents called her Jessica. They're like more like Jessica.
It definitely kind of shows a lack of cultural knowledge, I guess, which I definitely have seen from Jason in the past. The thing is, I used to really like his content. I used to really like the fact that he was kind of a lot more real in his videos than I would say people like David Dobrik and a lot of people in the vlog squad. He doesn't usually edit out a lot of the space in between what he says, and for the most part he likes to leave stuff in, like his morning stuff, and I don't know, it's really nice because I think I liked his narrative. You know, as a 45-year-old divorced father of 2, trying to exist in a much younger industry, obviously YouTubers are usually significantly younger than Jason, but overall it does seem like his relationship with Trisha and the fact that they're back together after all of this, which is like, how the fuck does anyone get back together after this stuff? Like, they publicly shamed the shit out of each other. Okay, calm down. I apologize. In the moment, I was really over the top about that. At the time of filming this, I absolutely did not know everything about the relationship, and still currently don't. Obviously, nobody does except for the 2 of them. It just felt like this could have been a conversation they could have had over the phone rather than putting fucking 20 videos out about it, you know? Like, when you look at David and Liza's 1 breakup video compared to their, like, 15, I think if you just had a random person choose which breakup they thought was between a couple of 20-year-olds and a couple of older adults, I think they'd be surprised to find that the pettier, drawn-out breakup was actually done by 2 fully grown adults. And I'm really curious to see how the rest of the vlog squad is going to react to this kind of stuff, and if there has been some sort of shift in how the relationship is between Jason and the rest of the squad, and Trisha and the rest of the squad, obviously. Jesus fuck. There isn't even a road slightly near my window. How the fuck? Cool. Okay.
Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
So I did some research on James Charles because James Charles is blowing up a lot lately. I think he's at like 6.5, 7 million subscribers at this point. He is a beauty guru. He is really good at what he does, at least as far as, you know, basic bitch human being. I don't really know anything about makeup, but it seems like what he does is really good. I know he's really young. I don't know how young, probably like 18 or 19 or something, but I know that he got started really really young, and that's where a lot of his controversy came from. He's even acknowledged in his videos that, based on what he said, not me just kind of observing, his coping mechanism with how superficial and image-oriented and numbers-based the beauty industry seems to be, I think his coping mechanism was to be really confident. That's a lot of people's coping mechanisms when it comes to like auditions or anything where like they're really nervous about something and they want to put their best foot forward. A lot of people resort to being really confident and cocky and a little bit assholey, I guess. I didn't watch him back then, but that's what he seems to talk about, and he acknowledges it, which I actually think is dope. He acknowledges that he used to be shitty. He might still be shitty, I have no idea. I'd like to think that he is existing through trial and error and that he's actually learned from his mistakes. And right now I think that his content's not very objectionable. I don't think he's really harming people negatively in his content these days. I think if anything, it's just very, you know, like, look how pretty I can make myself look with this makeup. He's actually a pretty good singer. I don't throw that compliment around super lightly, but I actually have like heard certain moments where James Charles sounds like a really strong singer. I don't know how much actual training he has, but he sounds really good.
There's a side to you that I never knew in the games you play, you would always win, always win.
Which is hard to come by on YouTube, at least in the vlogger sphere and the beauty sphere. But overall, James Charles seems fine. Hopefully he's kind of squashed a lot of the beef with the other people in the beauty community. He seems like he could be a cool person, but like, then again, it's just in front of a camera. You don't actually know how he is. And I don't see him interacting with a lot of people on his channel that aren't other influencers, so I can't necessarily tell if he's nice to everyone.
It's Tana Mongeau. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel.
Tana Mongeau. Okay, so Tana Mongeau, mongoose. Everyone says mongoose, even though I think it's mojo, like it's like French or some shit. I don't know. Boom, bitch. I know my Tana clearly has a lot of controversy. She used a racial slur or two back in the day. She is known for probably kind of stretching the truth a little bit in her story times, which is kind of her main thing that she does on her YouTube channel.
He fucked me with a toothbrush!
I just thought it'd be funny to put that clip in there without any context. Obviously, recently there's been the whole TanaCon thing where clearly it was a fail and everyone knows that, and Shane made the whole docuseries about it. I think in general, she seems like she acknowledges that she's kind of a mess of a human being. I don't really like openly saying that about people. Everyone can kind of get lost at some point, but it seems like Tana openly admits that she's kind of messy, and also that's where a lot of her story times come from, is like how embarrassing she is, or how much she just doesn't have her shit together, but tries to at least have her shit together. I think it's really good to show how imperfect you are on the internet, because I think that also makes you a lot more relatable. I will say Tana's content's not for me. It's hard for me to sit down and watch her tell a story for like 18 plus minutes. You know, I did sit down and watch her talk about having sex on a Ferris wheel. That was fine. I don't know. Fuck. And I think the idea of holding TanaCon wasn't a bad thing. I do like the idea of thinking outside the box, and if you're not happy with something, like how she's not happy with VidCon, do something about it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Hi, good morning. Hi, Ben. Worst
morning.
intro ever. I'm so sorry.
That was really
YouTube.
bad.
So I didn't really do a lot into Jeffery Star. Jeffery Star is someone who also seems to be pretty popular and also seems to be decently controversial. I will say I have not watched enough videos for me to actually be able to provide a decent opinion on him. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos where he likes to just flaunt how much money he has and how much money he can spend on certain brands and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool to see someone doing this, but also at the same time, for me personally, I'm kind of turned off by it. But like, you do you. He and James seem like they definitely hustle a lot. Jeffery Star seems to have certain makeup products that are his. I don't know.
You already know what's up! You already know what's up! Try to beat me. Let's go. Try and beat me.
Drinking my ice caramel.
Two of the vloggers that are still going decently strong from O2L. If you remember O2L, back in, what was it, like 2013, 2014, they were really popular. KianandJC still have a vlog channel. I haven't watched them as much lately. For a while, I actually really enjoyed some of their content when they were kind of switching off doing almost like daily vlogs between the two of them. They seemed like the YouTube version of like Jackass a lot of the times, because they would definitely fuck with each other and each other's friends. It was fun. It was, you know, like sometimes I was like, damn dude, I would kind of hate being friends with these two. Like, I think I'd be constantly living in fear of KianandJC doing some gnarly shit to me, but I think they've toned it down since then, and that's fine, but I think that they're not necessarily growing a whole lot, because I think that they're still kind of resorting to the sit-down kind of stuff, and it feels like they're a little bit uninspired. But overall, they seem like cool guys, decently harmless, haven't really had a lot of controversy, maybe? I don't know. For someone who seems to think that their opinion's important, you sure do say I don't know a lot.
And in the weirdest internet beef of all time, Jake Paul did a diss track about teachers.
Get him!
This is what the internet is. Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, and then I wanted to top this one off with Cody Co because y'all mentioned Cody Co and Noel Miller, I think his name is. I actually did plan to have Cody Co as part of my last video, but then I realized I had already been talking for like 45 minutes by the time I got to them. So I wanted to save them for this video, and luckily people did recommend them a lot, so fuck yeah. I think Cody Co is great. I think he and Noel together are like a really good, I like seeing them together because I find that when people talk to each other rather than to the camera, they're a lot more interesting, and you get to see how they actually are in real life and how they communicate with their friends. You can kind of bounce things off each other, and I think it's a lot more lively and it's a lot more fun. Cody likes to do this thing where he likes to highlight how cringy or shitty some of the content out on like YouTube and Instagram is. He loves shitting on like Instagram comedians. To be fair, like a lot of their videos are really not funny at all, but then again, they're probably for the audiences of like 7 to 12-year-olds. I don't know, maybe they think it's funny. Cody does a good job of kind of calling people out, I guess, when their content's not great. The only critique that I think I'd have for Cody is that because a lot of his videos are him like shitting on other types of content and other people's content, I would love to see what he actually enjoys. If you're gonna say something's bad, I'd also love to see what you think is good. If he brings a video down, also recommend a video to watch, you know, or something like that. If he brings a creator down, recommend a creator to watch. I don't know if that's like too much to ask. I don't know. I don't fucking shit. I don't know. But yeah, this one's a quickie. It's probably not actually that quick because it took me like 30 minutes to film this, but I have somewhere to be in 27 minutes and it's gonna take me half an hour to get there. Fuck! But yeah, hopefully I didn't talk too fast this video. I usually do that a lot. Be on the lookout for a lot more videos. I want to do a lot more covers. I want to do a lot more vlogs, stuff like that. But yes, please go and watch the blind date video. I definitely put a lot of time and effort into it, and I think it's underrated at this point. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. I am going to go put things in my butt. That's not true. Okay. Fuck. Alright, bye.